friends, welcome and welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation, channeled messages from your person. And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, and pile number two is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today. But I do hope that at least one of the pile's messages do resonate. There is going to be an extended for this reading, so let's take a look at what you can expect in the extended. So in the extended, we are going to be getting into a channeled message from their higher self about what's shifting for your person and what you can expect next. So details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. I can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi Pile 1, for those of you who chose the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, this is going to be your reading, right? Before we get into the reading, let's take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, Pile 1. Specifically for no contact and no separation situation, channeled messages from your person. The Devil, I've got to cover this. Magician, Six of Swords, the Empress, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and we also have the World. Okay. Hold on, give me a few seconds. This one feels like it wanted to come out for you, so I'm going to put it here. Okay, Six of Cups. So give me a few seconds to channel your person. This is going to be in first person. I know things have been really rough between us. I know that just before we went into no contact, things went quite bad between us. It's been a while since we last spoke. It's been a while since I last saw you. I am hoping you're doing okay. I, on the other hand, I'm not. I'm not doing okay. I thought this is what I wanted, this distance between us, this no contact between us. But what I'm recognizing is that this is far from what I want. I miss you. I miss your energy in my life. Every single thing I am experiencing in my life, in some shape or form, reminds me of you. I have to tell you, you're the only person in my life who's ever given me unconditional love. Try as I may, even if I want to look for it in someone else, I can't find it. It's just not possible. You truly saw me for who I was. You saw the person that I was within, the good, the bad, the ugly. And yet you chose to love me anyway. No one can ever be as kind, as compassionate, as loving as you are. And it took me this distance to realize that. There's a deep sense of loss that I feel even when I'm working or I'm trying to distract myself or I'm busy with work. My thoughts always come to you and this connection. I miss you a lot, and it took me some time to even recognize that what I was feeling, this restlessness, this anger, this frustration within me, it took me some time for me to realize that that was actually me missing you. For some time, I told myself that no, I didn't want this connection. It was good that we were in no contact. We are better off this way because we weren't hurting each other anymore. But now I see a possibility of us working things out. I do see a possibility of maybe things getting better between the two of us. Maybe the way that we approached this connection was misaligned back then. Maybe there's a chance for us to work on it, for us to do better, for us to change the way that we are showing up in this connection. I guess I would say me in particular as well. There's something about how we showed up in the past that does not feel right. And I've been thinking a lot about it as well. There were some things that maybe I said, maybe I did that hurt you. And I know that there were certain things that you said and you did that hurt me as well. But regardless of the pain that we both have caused each other, I do see hope for us to reconcile. I do see us coming together and working past the pain that we have felt in this connection. It might take us some time. I'm trying to be realistic as well. It might take us some time, yes. But I actually think it's possible for us to work through what has been painful in the past for the two of us. There's something about this connection that keeps pulling me back. I don't know, have we spent past lifetimes together? It kind of feels that way. And you know me, I don't believe in all of this, but it just feels like no other connection will ever be able to fill the void of this connection. And believe me, I have tried. And it doesn't matter who I'm with or how far away I think I'm going away from you, I still come back to you. And that by itself is telling me maybe I should stop running away. Maybe I should actually accept that even me running away is actually running towards you. I wonder what would happen if I accepted that. Just accepted that, yes, you are a part of my life. Even if you might not be physically a part of my life, you're still there energetically, you're still there mentally. What if I accepted that? How would that be for me? What would that look like, that acceptance? Maybe the pain of the resistance, resisting this connection and resisting the depth of this connection, resisting the impact of this connection might actually reduce the pain that I'm feeling from that resistance. If I accepted that you are important, that no one can ever replace you, maybe that's what's going to shift things between the two of us. Maybe that's the courage that I need to take a step towards you. Because nothing else fits in my life as well as you do. And maybe that was where I went wrong all along. Trying to downplay this connection, trying to make myself believe that this was not all it was cut out to be, or that there was nothing more meant to happen between the two of us. And maybe acceptance that yes, there is something more between us, something that I don't understand it myself. Yes, this person, that's you. There's no one else like you. If I accepted that, then maybe that's the strength and the courage that I need to work on things between the two of us. I do want to come forward sometimes when I'm thinking I'm by myself. I think maybe I should reach out. Maybe I should say something, break the silence between the two of us. But I hold myself back because I don't even completely understand what I'm thinking and feeling about this connection. And that's unfair to you, for me to reach out and put that confusion onto you. When I am more steady with my thoughts about this connection, when I have stopped resisting and fully accepted this connection and your role in my life, the impact of you in my life, I think that would be a better time for me to come forward. Not right now. I don't think I would want you to see me this way as well. I feel you, your energy around me, I feel it. I can sense when you are angry with me. I can sense when you're sad. I can sense when you're filled with love, so much so that it's actually bringing tears to your eyes. I can feel it all. At first, I didn't believe what I was feeling and what I was kind of tapping into, but I now recognize that it is what you're going through on your end. I see the roller coaster ride that you are having on your end about this connection. Sometimes I feel your resistance. Sometimes I feel your anger. Sometimes I feel how frustrated you are with me. Other times, I see you trying to understand where I'm at, what I'm doing, what my thought process is about this connection. I can sense it all. When you're angry with me, it makes me feel sad. It makes me feel that maybe it's for the best that both of us are in no contact. Because to face your anger is something that I cannot bear at this point in time. When I feel you thinking about me with love, it really warms my heart. It makes me feel like I am truly loved for all that I am and not just what someone else wants me to be or something that I do know. You love me for all that I am, and I can feel it when you send me your energy of love. I can also feel it when you're sad, and that pains me. That pains me that I'm not able to do anything at this point in time. It pains me that I've caused you so much pain. But yeah, I'm considering it, I'm considering embracing this connection. I'm considering accepting that maybe there is something more meant to happen between the two of us. Maybe we just approached it wrong. Yes, I have been resisting. I completely understand that, but I'm considering to just accept because it's becoming frustrating to resist and to deny, and accepting just feels like a lot of relief on my end. I do think it will change things between us the moment I accept. And now the question on my mind is, am I ready for that? Am I ready for that? And am I ready for what that brings into our lives? That acceptance that yes, this connection is something more. All right, Pawan. That was the channeling. Hold on, let me see if there are any additional messages. Just me as a reader coming through. I think that your person is in a bit of a transitory energy where they have been resisting this connection. I think that they feel the pull and it's very, very strong. But I also feel that might have scared them in the past. I think that there is a shift in their conscious 3D at this point in time where they feel that resisting this connection or resisting the depth of it, resisting what you mean to them is actually harming them. It's actually causing them more pain from within. And if they just let go of that resistance and just accept, it's actually a lot of relief. They're feeling that relief in those moments where they're accepting what they feel for you and they're accepting what you feel for them and what this connection means to them. There's definitely a depth to what this person feels for you, Pal 1, and they feel your energy as well. They might not have understood it as they mentioned, but I think that they're starting to understand that there's something more in this connection between the two of you. Like maybe your person has started to hear your voice, hear your thoughts, and then at first they brushed it off, but now they're starting to see signs of you everywhere as well. And it's starting to confirm what they're thinking about what you're thinking. You get what I mean? So they're tapping into your energy. That's definitely coming through. And they're starting to trust the energy that they're tapping into as well. Overall, I do see that your person is kind of reconciling with the fact that yes, there has been pain in the past, but also there could be a possibility of a future, something where you work on what did not go well in the past and maybe try to reframe how both of you are approaching this connection. There is a growing desire to work on this connection with you, but it's still a little bit hidden. This is just coming to me as a reader, but for your person, it's going to be more like they still need to step into acceptance, all right? But they're recognizing that maybe there's a possibility of working on things. And I feel like the space that both of you have at this point in time is actually helping them see this connection from more a bigger picture perspective. I think that maybe both of you were too close to the situation and there was just so much pain and frustration. But now that there's some distance, now that both of you are have taken a step back, not just from each other, from this connection, you're starting to see like a bigger picture, like, oh, okay, well, that was misaligned. Maybe we can shift our behavior, or maybe we can shift the way that we communicate. Maybe we can shift the energy of how we show up in this connection. So I feel like that might also be going on your end as well, Pal 1. That maybe there were certain things in this connection that were misaligned, but it doesn't have to mean the end of the connection. It could just mean maybe both of you try again. And that's also the energy that your person is feeling on their end as well, right? So let me give you one message or one advice that wants to come through. We'll see. But in the extended, so this was your person's conscious 3D self. So in the extended, we are going to be getting channeled messages from your person's higher self about what's shifting for your person and what you can expect next on their end. All right, so that will be channeled message, first person perspective from their higher self. All right, let me get you one message or maybe one advice to wrap up the reading. Let's take a look. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. They're slowly working through the pain. I think that this is part of the healing process going on your person's end, like this time apart, this space that both of you have given each other as well. So they're working through their thoughts. They're working through, building up that acceptance within them as well. It is a process by itself though. Pal 1, I do have to say it's slow and steady. Like I think that the resistance is so high at this point in time that the only way your person will be able to step forward is if they slowly build the acceptance of this connection to exceed the resistance. All right, because I think that the more your person tries to remove the resistance, I think that that's building even more resistance. Like it's kind of scaring them even more. So what's actually happening behind the scenes is your person, the resistance is still the same, yes, but they will take action only when the acceptance slowly exceeds the resistance. All right, that is when you can expect them to come forward, or you can expect them to start getting ready. Yeah, because coming forward seems like a very, very big step. And even saying that felt a little bit misaligned on my end. So I feel like your person's higher self came forward and said, no, take that back. All right, so I think when the acceptance exceeds their resistance, that's when they can start mentally prepping themselves about this connection, maybe what to do next, maybe think about possibilities of reconciliation, how to go about it, so on and so forth. So even if the acceptance goes beyond the resistance, it is going to be more so in their thought process, right? So in the extended, what we are going to be looking at is we will be looking at what's shifting for your person and beyond this thought process that they're having, like after they've mentally prepped themselves, what can you expect next after that? All right? Okay. So, pile 1, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. I can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy. Pile 1, take care. Trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 2. For those of you who chose the Wild Reflections Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pile 2. Specifically for no contact and no separation situation. Channel messages from your person. The Hierophant, 9 of Swords, King of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, Justice, the Emperor, Page of Pentacles. Okay. Hold on a few seconds. Pile 2, I gotta start realigning to your person's 3D self energy, okay? This feels like it wants to come out, okay. Good move. I'm coming in. I am coming to get you. I know the silence between us has been going on for way too long. I know that you have absolutely no clue what is going on my end. So let me tell you what's been happening on my end. In this time apart, I've realized what it takes out of me to be your partner, to be by your side. I didn't think I had it in me. Honestly, I wasn't someone who could commit. I didn't think that relationships could ever work out. It is definitely things that I have witnessed personally, and also some of the things that I have witnessed and been through in my past relationships as well. I don't believe in the possibility of a connection working out long term, or at least this is how I was before this went into no contact. When things got serious between the two of us, when I started to see a future, when I started to feel like maybe there was a possibility for a future between the two of us, I got scared. I got so scared that I did not know how to handle just even the thoughts of this connection going on long term. When this connection started out, I thought it was just going to be like all of the other connections in my life, here for a good time and then disappearing. It was really, really great with you, but when I started to look at my future, I started to see you in it. I started to see us doing simple things together, being with each other, being happy together. In all my life and all my experience, I have always been taught that it is not a possibility. And that scared me, and there was so much of mental agony within me. I could not express it to you. I could not express it to myself. Why was I feeling something so powerful within me? Did that mean there was a possibility for it happening? Or was I just kidding myself? Was I just being delusional? I didn't understand what was going on within me. There was such a deep pull to keep going with you. But it just made me so scared. I didn't think I had it in me to be by your side. In this no contact between the two of us, in this separation, I've been miserable. I have not stopped thinking about you. I yearn for you. I I miss you so much. I want you to be a part of my life. I want you to be around me. I don't care what we're doing, but I just want you right beside me. That by itself is pushing me to recognize that if I want this connection, then I need to step up. And I have been putting in the hard work. In this time apart, you might think that I didn't care or I wasn't doing anything. No, I was working through the pain of my past so that I could step up for you and for this connection. Any emotional unavailability that I did have, I've been working through it. I have been seeking help as well. Any commitment issues that I had, I have been working through those as well. Today, I recognize that just because it didn't work out in the past, or just because it didn't work out in other relationships that I had grown up seeing, doesn't mean that should be our story. Our story could be different, and it starts with how I perceive this connection and what I believe. If I don't believe in this connection to begin with, then there is no possibility of it working out. However, if I believe in this connection, I work through my wounds, and I believe in this connection, there's a possibility of it actually working out because of both of us working towards something with that belief in our hearts. I am coming for you. I am coming for this connection. I feel ready at this point in time. I have worked through every bit of pain, and I feel that I am at a point where I can show up in this connection and I can create that balance between the two of us. Yes, I know it has been painful that I have not reached out. I have not said a word in this no contact and separation between the two of us. But just know that the reason why I did not reach out to you, the reason why I could not interact with you, I could not say anything to you, is because I needed to work through my wounds by myself. It was just too much of external noise, and frankly, the fear that was coming up to the surface, I didn't want you to see me like that, and I didn't want to be influenced even more by what was going on around me. I had to go within. I had to stop myself from interacting with you, from interacting with other people, and I needed to take time to understand what I was thinking, what I was feeling, and what I wanted from this connection. There's a lot that I've been through in my life. There's a lot that I have seen as well when it comes to relationships. There's a lot of wounds that I did carry from those experiences and from what I have seen. It was a lot that I had to work through, but I did it. I did it for you. I did it for us. Today, I feel very confident. I feel like I have it in me to work through maybe more fears that could come up. And I'm ready to be by your side as I work through those fears. At one point, I wasn't. At one point, I really needed to be by myself. But today, I recognize that yes, there will always be wounds coming up to the surface. Healing is not linear, and I know that. I know that today. I didn't think I knew that before, but today I recognize that maybe as we continue this relationship, yes, there might be certain wounds that come up to the surface, but I am ready to tackle those, and I will do it for you, for us as well. I know in the past I've not been able to tell you how I felt about you. Even when we were together, I didn't understand what I was feeling. But today, I'm very comfortable with recognizing what I feel for you. And I'm comfortable talking to you about it. I want to share it with you as well. I don't want to keep it within me. I honestly think that was the problem to begin with, me keeping all of my feelings to myself and not really sharing them with you, being so scared that my feelings could be taken advantage of, or it was just going to lead to heartbreak. So what was the point of sharing my feelings? But today I recognize that if only I had shared with you what I was thinking and what I was going through, maybe you would have understood. Maybe Maybe we would have worked things out. I don't know. I don't know. These are just possibilities that are running through my mind at this point. And that's what I want to change. You know, I don't want to keep wondering what if, or what if I did this, or what if I did that. No, I actually want to do it and then see if it actually works out between the two of us. Yes, I understand that there is a very, very real possibility that things might actually not work out between us, but I want to give a try. You know, I don't think that I even gave this connection a try in the past. And so that's what I want to change. Even if things don't work out between the two of us, I will feel peaceful because I have given it my best shot. We both have given it our best shot. And that is what I want in this new phase for the two of us. Giving things a real shot between the two of us and seeing how or where that takes us. If that takes us for a forever together, I'm up for that. But if that also leads to us perhaps realizing that this is not going to work out and us parting ways, at least both of us will feel that sense of closure that we've given this our everything. There will no longer be what ifs. Honestly, the what ifs have been haunting me, and I don't want to be that way. I don't want to have regrets when I think of my life when I'm maybe very, very old and I look back. I want to live a life where I've shown up for it, even if it didn't work out. That's how I'm not going to feel any regret at the end of the day. And it's not just about regret, it's also about pursuing a life that I want, a life that feels good to me. And this connection is something that I want to put my efforts towards. I want to put that hard work towards. They say choose your difficult. I know that this connection is going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. But this is where I want to put that hard work. It's hard work being by myself. It's hard work being with you, yes. But I want it to be a conscious choice, choosing to work with you and working hard on our connection. I am ready for this connection. I am ready for you. I'm ready for us. And I am coming in, and that is very sure on my end. It's just a matter of time, but I am ready and I'm coming through. And this silence that's been haunting the two of us, it is going to come to an end. I am on the verge of reaching out. It's so close. There's no delay coming through at all on my end. I'm ready to reach out to you, to give this connection a try. And this time, a real shot at having something beautiful between the two of us. Pile 2. Okay, as a reader, let me give you some of my thoughts about the energy. Your person is so sure. Oh my gosh, it's really, really sure of, I think this person's coming in. Pile 2, this person is coming in. They're reaching out. They're taking steady steps towards you. There does not seem to be any delay in the energy as well. It's very, very sure. Everything that your person needed to work through to come to this point, they've done it. That's the energy that they're in. Very sure energy from their end. And I would expect some kind of action in 3D very soon. The energy is very, very fast moving on your person's end. It's not just going to be fast moving. It's going to be like very stable and sure energy coming from your person. Like it might also be them giving you like an emotional declaration. It might be them talking to you about this connection and, you know, putting all of their cards on the table as well. That's also something I'm hearing. But yes, you can expect action in 3D from this person, and it's going to be very intentional action, very long-term intending action. I don't know what does that mean, but it just came through, so I'm just saying that. But yeah, very, very sure energy coming from your person, all right? Then let me, okay, so first off, we'll discuss what we're going to be looking into the extended, okay? So in the extended, we will look at channeled messages from their higher self. And then now, like, what's shifting for them, I think we already kind of tapped into that energy, that your person has shifted into energy where they do want to take this connection forward. So what I'm going to be looking into is more messages about that, like the long-term future that your person sees. How do they want to show up in this connection? We're going to be tapping into those details. And then what you can expect next. So after your person reaches out, what can you expect in the connection between the two of you? You know, whether are they going to reach out, like, is it going to be friendship first and then moving on to more serious, or how is it going to unfold? What you can expect next after your person reaches out to you, because they're definitely reaching out to you, right? So that is what we're going to be covering in the extended. Details are in the description box below. I'm going to give you one message or maybe advice, whatever wants to come through. Let's take a look, all right? Yes, whatever indecision was there in the past, it's done. Honestly, you might be having a glow up on your end of sorts. That's actually what has changed your person's mind, whether they admit it or not. Like the energy that you are in at this point in time, pal, too, is irresistible. So if you've been working on yourself, working on your self-love and healing journey, and more importantly, if you've been intentional about adding joy to your life, you've been learning, I guess you've been remembering who you are and taking charge of your life, yeah, continue being in that energy, pal, too. It is making your person be so drawn to you. Like whatever confusion was there in their mind about this connection, it's just floating away the more you step into your power. So if you're still on that process and you're wondering, well, is this even making any difference? First off, I don't think that you are in that thought process. Just because when you are in this Queen of Wands energy, you're not really caring about anyone else. You are just focusing on yourself. But this is more, I guess, of a side note coming through that yes, the energy that you're in is actually what is drawing your person. The more sure you are about who you are, and the more sure you are about focusing on your life, the more sure your person is actually getting about you. All right. So if you're on that path, continue on that path. You are getting to a point where your person's coming in, pal, too. Okay, alrighty. So this is where I will leave you for today, pal, too. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy. Pal, too, take care. Trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.